Unscripted, unscripted, unscripted. Welcome to Moviephone's Unscripted. I'm Denzel Washington. This is John Goodman. We're here to talk about movies. Our new movie, Flight. We'll answer some questions that you sent in and some that are unscripted. I'll start. So, John, a lot of people have phobias about flying. You got any phobias about anything?
I got a phobia about flying earlier. I was up when I was about 18 years old. I went up with some kid in a Cessna. He's about the same age, and he knew how to fly. And he thought it would be cute to turn the engine off. And he did.
And he did.
And I had a phobia about flying for a while after that. This is from Brent in Chicago, Illinois. Robert Zemeckis has a pilot's license. Did he give you any tips on flying while directing you?
Yes, some. I mean, because he flies a Cessna, but we were flying MD-80s. But, you know, he gives tips here and there about how you keeping the wings balanced and, you know, stuff.
How much time did you put in the flight simulator?
Ooh, I got a chance to get in there probably half a dozen times, so maybe 12 to 18 hours.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the tricky thing is, I never realized when you're going down the runway, you don't steer with the stick because that just controls the flaps.
Yeah.
The wheels are on the ground.
Oh man.
Right. So I got in there in the simulator. I'm in the simulator, and I'm like, they're like, no, that's not going to do anything, son. He said, you see those? There's 2 foot pedals, like organ pedals.
Yeah.
And one keeps you to the right, and one keeps you to the left. And he says, you got to just try to stay down the line. So now I said, okay, when I'm doing 8 miles an hour, it's fine. But as you get up to about 180, and you're trying to keep that thing trippy. Your character in this movie has a really long ponytail. What's the worst hairstyle you ever had for a role?
In 1985, I did a movie called Raising Arizona.
Oh yeah.
And they put something in my hair, some kind of pomade in my hair, and I couldn't get it out unless I used Dawn dishwashing liquid and Ajax and all kinds of stuff.
Remember gunk?
Yeah, gunk. And I had prison sideburns. So we go out, this is a long time before I got married, so we go out to bars afterwards and try to talk to girls, and they just would not talk to me.
For some reason.
Yeah, I couldn't hang money around my neck and get them to talk to me.
Have you ever flown a plane?
No, never have. I think I want to sometimes, and then I keep making excuses not to. And I think I'm going to let it slide. There's too much. You gotta be coordinated, man. You gotta use your feet and your hands, and then talk to somebody. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They don't need me up there. You got enough trouble. They got enough stuff. They got space junk up there. They got, frozen blue poop flying every once in a while. You don't want me up there throwing cigarette butts or whatnot out the airplane. If your plane crashed on a deserted island and you could have one thing with you, what would it be?
Another plane. And on that note, last film we were in together was Fallen, also prominently featured songs by Rolling Stones. You Stones fan? And if so, what's your favorite song?
Yeah, I think I like Street Fighting Man or Sympathy for the Devil. I love the Stones, man, and they're getting ready to crank it up again. 50 years.
Yeah. I had a good fortune. I was working with, I was at my friend Lenny Kravitz's house in Florida a few years back, and Mick Jagger was there. And he's doing this song, I don't know if people know this song, God Give Me Everything I Want.
Yeah.
And I'm listening, I'm like, and Mick's like, well, what'd you think? I said, well, maybe on one part. Nah, so that was my...
I was in a bar in Toronto. The Stones were up in Toronto rehearsing and practicing, and they were going to play a bar gig just to get together and see what it sounded like. So Danny Aykroyd got me into this place, and I wound up tending bar that night, but it was just a bar full of people and the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
In Flight, the movie we're both in, your character has to stay calm under pressure in order to safely land the plane. In real life, how do you stay calm when you need to?
Shoot, I don't. You're never calm when you really need to, when you come to think about it. You know what I do when I'm working or acting, I always take 40 breaths. Like I'll just 40 breaths before every take, 40 breaths before I go out on stage. That way, that's a way for me to just kind of.
I found that breathing too.
Yeah.
It's just power breathing and it just concentrating on that itself. 40, that's a good
40,
number.
I just like that number 40.
Yeah.
You know, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Rain for 40 days and 40 nights.
It's biblical.
Yeah, that's right. They wandered through the desert 40 years. I'm serious.
40 ounce.
Oh, no. Well, that's biblical too, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Would you rather go bowling with your boys, your co-stars from The Big Lebowski, or do a guy's trip to Vegas with your hangover 3 friends?
My Vegas days are over.
And Vegas days
yeah, I'm
are-
retired.
Yeah.
As much as I love those guys, and I hate bowling, I think I'd rather go bowling than go to Vegas.
Something you want to talk about?
Yeah,
What happened in Vegas?
They let me back in Vegas.
Did they let you?
Yeah, the terms of the agreement expired. You have such an incredible grasp of playing dramatic characters, but I would love to see you in a comedy one day. Would you consider it?
I just finished working with Mark Wahlberg, and either it's going to be a comedy or it's going to be a real tragedy.
You're gonna die trying.
Yeah, I died trying, but we went for it. You know, we went for it. I just dipped my toe in the water, man. I'm just getting there. I'm waiting for you to call.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to call.
You got it. Thank you, Denzel, and thank you to Moviefone for having us. And thanks to all you watching and sending in your questions. Please go see our movie, Flight.
Please.